Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here with your Salt Lake City Eagles franchise as we look to take on year 6 after the deadline here. Eagles, we kind of stood put at the deadline. Wasn't really any major trade options here to improve the roster too majorly. Either asking way too much or for NHL players, no prospects or draft picks. Well, we got some faith in this roster as we try and find a way to get the Eagles past round number 1. Now, Wallstedt will be a huge part of that. And looking at the trades at the deadline, definitely quite a bit of moves here. A lot of notable players on the move. So a lot of teams are making trades for NHL players. Just trying to not do a major rebuild. But it's going to be interesting to see how the second half of the year will play out. Florida, they're getting some youngsters back. Valimaki going to Vegas. Golper Freddy going to Anaheim from Winnipeg. Alright, well, we stood pat, so hopefully that will find a way to make things alright. And as the video recorded and kind of glitched out there, but this is how it went. And it didn't go good. The Eagles missed out on the playoffs. There's going to be some changes coming. Man, oh man, it was not a good start to after the deadline. Reinhart, 8 points in his last 18 games. He had 81 points before the deadline, and he just fell off the map here. He's going to be one player we're going to have to move on from. He's a free agent next year, making $8.5 million, going to be 34 years old. He needs to be on a Stanley Cup contending team. Bo Wood had a nice career year. Besser, 33 goals. We thought he was going to be around 30. Peyton Krebs, we're going to let walk. He's going to want a raise. We're just not going to give it to him. Just not where we're at right now. McTavish, over 50 points. Yeah, it's okay. We want to try and see him around 70. Barrett Hayton, he's going to get paid in free agency. Caden Lindstrom, again, disappointing. He's still around 50 points, but still has yet to reach 20 goals in his NHL career through 3 years. Ledwand, only 32 points, -5. Goalies were disappointing. Wallstedt, 69 games. Maybe too many games, he got too tired. Hofer, only 9 games. Man, oh man, I don't know what we're going to do here with the Eagles, but it's definitely going to be a refreshed looking team in year 7. Going to be some changes. A lot of free agents here. So we're going to try and load up some draft picks. Try and see if we can work some magic at the draft. See who's going to be moving out. But there are some interesting names here, like Luke Cole, Lance Wyman. Some guys with some size. Guillermo Horton. Maybe a distant relative of Tim Horton. Nelson Packard. Definitely would like some size in the blue line here to help out Melvin Ledwand. He is on the smaller size. Similar to what the Canucks have done with Quinn Hughes. Surround him with some giants. Just to help him out a little bit with some toughness. Jalen Lagenbrunner. Yuri Grebeshkov. That's an interesting name right there. Grebeshkov, 6'4", centerman. I don't know. I'd be interested to see how we can turn things around at the draft. There's quite a promising prospects that we could add. I would like to try and see if we can add a couple. So we do have a couple on the rise next year to the NHL, so our prospect pool will be taking a hit. We didn't have a first-round pick last year, or a second. So we kind of been selling at the deadline, or buying at the deadline, I should say, or at the draft. And it hasn't worked out for us. I haven't found a way to get the magic done, so there's going to be some overhaul in here. I don't know if it's going to be just the coaching, or if it's going to be the top 6. The Chicago Blackhawks have won the Stanley Cup against the Ottawa Senators. And they did it in 5 games. Montreal and Ottawa battled it out in 6. Chicago, Vancouver in 7. Arizona Coyotes, rest in peace. Man, oh man. If only there was a way that Coyotes could actually get some fans going to their games. They could still be in the NHL. We'll see if they come back in 4 years. Awards. Haven't been a repeat Stanley Cup winner. Kind of been all back and forth. McDavid tore up the lead again. Alright. Connor Bedard, Conn Smythe, Aiden Hill, Vezina, Stützle. Kay Crosby, coaching the Flyers. I don't know how Sydney's going to feel about that. Matthews, another Maurice Richard winner. Shocker. Now, there was a lot of points scored in the NHL this year. With David and Robertson top 2. Kyrou. Definitely thought about trading for him. Maybe we could still. Tim Stützle. Robbie Fabry, 97 points. We had him at one point, and man, oh man, he did not seem like he was going to get that many. Grigoriev, 45 wins. Shesterkin, 43. Stützle in net, 42. Ettinger. Swayman. Goals against average of 336, though. Man, oh man. St. Hilaire, 70 games. Winnipeg wins the draft. We stay at number 10. So I don't know. We'll have to find a way if we can move up in the draft. See if there's a trade. Some magic and we work out. The top 5 picks look pretty solid at NHL already. Alright. Who has retired here? Come on. Stamkos retires as a Duck. Kucherov, Scheifele, Seguin, Carlson, Taves. All over 1,000 points. Couture, Stone just shy of that. Then you got Bobrovsky just under 500. Varlamov 324. Allen, Grubauer. Some solid goalies there. Maybe some Hall of Famers. Alright, now we gotta head into the draft here. Alright. We'll see what we can do. Boquist is on the trade block from St. Louis. He was part of that Sam Dickinson deal. Now, Sam Reinhart, the only trade we saw here that a team wanted was Detroit. And now you got a young centerman, 10 years younger, in a 3rd round pick. Now Nathan Villeneuve. Probably butchered the hell out of that name. But 23 years old, X Factor, former 1st round pick. We're going to take our chance on him. Sam Reinhart, good luck in Detroit. And Gustav Forsling. We're going to say goodbye to him. So we are going to have some salary cap to work with here in free agency. Just hope we can add the right guys to try and help out this Eagles franchise. As these Eagles fans are hungry. Hungry for some playoff success. Now as we look at the 10th spot, there isn't really a whole lot available here. It drops off quite a bit from the top 5. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to have to move up. Yeah, probably. Probably going to have to move up in the draft. Wade Acker, Mateau. You got Evan Moss, Silvgard. No one really wants to make a trade, though, in the top 10. They all want to kind of keep their picks, so we might have to give up a little more. But we do have 2 first-round picks now, so that's going to be helpful. And I think we're going to be fine just staying at 26. So we'll use the 10th pick. And Tampa Bay, you are going to be our target. I'm going to try and go to 4th, and we'll see where our sweeteners are. Alright. Moskowitz, we're going to hold on to him. Frazee. Nystrom, maybe. Or my size. Just guys that are not growing. Where is he? I saw him. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Yeah. Xavier DeLuca. Man we acquired last year at the draft, but he's not really growing too much, so a future 2nd round pick. And we have moved up into the top 5. So let's see who we're going to get. Acker. He was kind of the one we were hoping would fall to us. Mateau. Alright. So there's Silverguard, Cabana. He could also play center. But 6'4", 17 years old. He's NHL ready already. Haha. See what I did there? Evan Moss. He's a little bit on the smaller side. Our scouts really liked Silverguard. And I feel like he could already replace Forsling. Comparable to Chara. Why not? Welcome aboard. Now this goalie here. I mean, a little bit on the smaller side, but he looks like he could be a stud carrying a team in the playoffs. You'll give him 5 years, see what he can become. Now, second round, Dmitry Semyonov. This could be a steal of the draft. Low elite power forward. I feel like he could grow into something. I'm fine with those first 3 picks. How about number 3, round 3? Got the centerman there, Michelson, but Michael plus. I feel like we could take our chance on him. So we take 2 goalies in the first 3 rounds. Could do what Toronto did when they went with Rask and Pogge. Just hopefully we trade a Pogge and we get a decent guy in our top 6 next year. We don't have many players scouted in the 5th, 6th, 7th round, so we're going to have to try and aim blindfolded here. Unfortunately, we're kind of just mostly focusing our draft on the early rounds this year. But there could be some diamonds in the rough. Francois Beaulieu. Some size from the QMJHL. Alright. 6th round. How are we feeling? You got Nicholas Connolly there, 6'2", center. Why not? We need some centers in our prospect pool. See if we take a chance on him. Even if he's a 3rd, 4th line center, that is huge. In the 6th round. Now you got Damian Helm. Stromberg, 17-year-old, Swedish playmaker. See if he can turn into something. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with that draft. Early rounds, we definitely found some studs. That's going to help our prospect pool. And maybe even one of them is going to be making his NHL debut. Alright. We got some scouts and coaches to sign. Don't know who we're going to bring back, who we need to find a way to replace. 16 players need a contract. Alright, Legwand, he's grown quite a bit. But you got Lindstrom, Dickinson, Massey, Villeneuve, Harrison. Quite a bit of RFAs here. Now UFAs, that's going to be tricky. I don't think we're going to sign any of them, but we'll see. Kirsch could be a backup for us next year. Miller, I think he's going to be gone. Krebs, Marino, Hayton. We'll see what we can get and how much money they want, but I think there's going to be a lot of change. And some undrafted free agents. That are drafted players we haven't signed, I should say. Expiring contracts. Hofer. Kirsch is probably much going to take his spot. And we'll have a prospect goalie coming in the AHL as well. But all in all, I'm pretty excited about the changes going to happen. And we have $45 million in cap space, so we'll see if we can use it well. Until next time, we are signing off. Bye.